It's Monday morning, we're in the warehouse. As you can see, it's a little messy around here. I'm hoping to clean some of that up this morning. We've got a scrap metal guy coming down, so he wants to purchase any of our leftover metal, which we've got quite a bit of from our showroom refurb, with a lot of the old light fixtures taken out, which have lots of metal. And we took those big steel grills that we use for security and the windows off to make it look a bit more presentable, the showroom. But now they're really heavy and hopefully worth a few £100 in metal. We've got someone come down to look at those in the warehouse this morning to see if they want to take them away. Good as him. Hello, that's it, that's the one. Are you outside? Can you see me? I see you. So it's mainly 3 large steel grills, pretty heavy, we took them down. 3 of those, lots of old light fittings. There's more of them down the other end of the warehouse. No?
Honestly, it's up to you.
You want to give me 35 quid for all of it? That's outrageous, that's outrageous. I had someone offer 150 quid for those steel grills. He's off his trolley, off his trolley. He said the fixtures aren't heavy enough to be worth anything in metal. But 35 quid, really? So, we're installing the door today on the food truck. We've cut out the hole with the angle grinder this morning. Now just give it a little knock through, let it pop down into the container. Let's knock it down. It wasn't quite a smashing down, but there we go. Things went a bit wrong last week. We had some issues getting the door. Our van broke down on the way there, so we had to pay £100 for a man in a van to come pick it up and bring it back to us. We then realised the door we'd got didn't come with a box frame, so we had to pay someone £264 to fabricate that. The door itself was 230 quid, so now the whole thing's cost about 600 quid. Okay, as you can see, we've got a door. It's taken a while to get in there. Box frame welded in, door now spot welded into the box frame. We've now just got to get the final touches on the handle, then paint her up. That's us done for today. Hello, Joseph James. No, yeah, we can reserve places, absolutely. Actually, take your phone number down, we'll send you out a text with how it's going to work. We've marked out 17 spaces, they're basically 17 spaces, so we're not cramming them in quite as much as they were last time. It's £15, mainly because obviously we've got to pay VAT on the things that we sell as well.
Also, it's a vatable, what you do, a vatable
receipt as
well?
Yeah, if you want a receipt, you can get one, absolutely. It's not just cash either, you can pay by card or cash.
All right, fantastic, thanks very much.
No problem, thanks for the call, cheers, bye-bye.
Cheers, pal, bye-bye.
So it's great, we've just got a call from someone who's looking to park here on match days. I informed him that we've taken it over from the people who did it last year, who were charging £10 a game. It was all cash in hand. And I told him now we're doing it obviously ourselves, proper operation, it's got to be £15 a game. He understood and he was happy to pay the £15 a game. We're going to send him a text now to get more booked in for Monday, and we'll have him down on our list of 17 people. We hope to fill up the other spaces soon and have a successful first match day. It's Tuesday and it's about lunchtime, so I'm heading to Costa to pick up a little sandwich, maybe a porridge. Obviously James' first day back, we've got a lot going on. Obviously we've got 6 days now, 6 days till the container needs to be ready, and our first match day, so he's got a lot to organise in the parking. We've got Cyrus in, been helping with some of the painting, putting up the signs, the parking signs, so we can start getting some kind of process and list together. We've had quite a few people call up inquiring about the parking for the first match day, so we want to get that sorted. Now that I'm back from China, I've been tasked with the completion of the food truck. We're moving along nicely, but we have only got a couple of days left until the first match day on Monday. As you saw previously, I did go and pick up the appliances. A couple have arrived today and there's a few more coming tomorrow. Still got to fit all of the worktops inside. As you can see, the boys are still working on some of the hatches. Cyrus is doing a little bit of painting. We've obviously received paperwork over this morning about paying for the mattress racks.
Yeah, so we essentially managed to agree a 5% discount on the initial price, $29,150. We've got it down to about $27,500. So that essentially covers the cost of the full trip. I didn't actually spend any money whilst I was over there, which you'll be glad to know.
Golf free? Or?
Golf was free, they paid for me.
Really?
So I only actually ended up paying for travel and the hotel, which was basically the same price as the discount.
Didn't tip the caddy, or?
We're not allowed to tip in China. It's extremely rude, apparently. I did try. I got told off. So no tipping, barely any money spent. We've got to pay Ellen, the agent, fees on top.
Break down for me, Ellen, how you met her.
A friend of mine, she'd done agency work for them. They basically put us in contact the day before. When I arrived there, she called me first thing in the morning. She was at the hotel within 20 minutes, taking me around all the suppliers I needed to see. She took me to the factories. She was negotiating on my behalf. And obviously doing a hell of a lot of translating as my Chinese was not very good.
So we're now paying 50% deposit, obviously, before when they go into production.
Correct, so it's a 50% down payment, and then essentially we'll pay the remaining 50% prior to them being shipped.
And will Ellen check it before that's been paid?
Yeah, so Ellen's got a company over in Hong Kong, but she also lives in Xiamen, so her company will do quality checks on all of it prior to shipping. She'll also be in touch with the factory constantly just to make sure that they're on time. Originally it was going to be 25 days production, but we increased the order, so it's going to go up to about 30 days. She'll also make sure all the shipping goes smoothly as well.
Of course, obviously the pricing was all in dollars.
Yeah.
She's agreed to the exchange rate that I sent over.
Right.
So I assume it's going to continue that for the second part as well.
Yep.
I think we're all set from there. Let's wait 30 days for production and then 45 days for it to get to us by sea. So about 2.5 months before it arrives. Compared to the saving that we would have obviously spent in the UK, we were looking at 30 grand for one set.
Whereas we bought 3 times the order for the same price?
Yeah, for the same price. So in this case, it was worth going to China purely because the cost of the steel is just so much cheaper, and the labour also too.
Busy day ahead, still plenty to do with the container project. James got his hands full there, 5 days to go. I think he could struggle to get this done, but we will see. Obviously, it's so important that the first game goes well because there's so many repeat customers, so if you give them a bad burger, they ain't coming back. They are not coming back.
Dayton's just cut out the hole for the service hatch. We're about to smash through the metal now, so it pops out on the floor, and then Dayton can start welding in the box frame and then the flap, so we have a nice big service opening for match day. Would you like a burger? We've got obviously a lot of the equipment already, that's got to start being installed. Then he's got to start doing test runs with the food, so a lot of pressure on James. You know, he's had 3 or 4 weeks to do this, so we'll see if he delivers.
Quick update for you guys on the food truck. We put in the metal box frame. Dayton has welded that in quite professionally, wonderful job. We've still got to put the hatch in, which we're going to either do later today or first thing in the morning. I still got to pick up a couple of things later today, so the deep fryers, some chopping boards. I've also got to get the fridge and the fridge freezer. Mr. Shenton, unfortunately, is going to be leaving us tomorrow to visit his homeland. He's off to Wales.
Back in work on Monday.
We've got all the staff are ready for Monday. We're very excited.
The mural that's going on here has been funded by part of a larger project from GM Moving called Right to the Streets, which is basically trying to make the streets of Trafford specifically a lot brighter, more engaging and more welcome to the community. They do other things like making people who are more vulnerable, women or children, feel safer on the roads by increasing lighting, increasing awareness of the issues. But this is one of the things they do, is provide funding to local groups like this is Gorse Hill to make the streets look better. And this was quite an abandoned looking wall, and now it's been very bright and cheerful. It's great.
So yesterday we had a really good day here at Joseph James. We had good sales in the morning, we had a couple of online orders, and then we had a mega final 10 minutes to the day. So I'm just going to show you a couple of things that sold and how much we sold them for. First up, we had this dining set here. I managed to get 2 grand for this. I was hoping for a little bit more, but we had been holding on for it for quite a while, so I did give a little bit of a discount, but I'm happy to see this one go. Next up, we sold this dining set. We got $8.90 for this one. Nice round table with 4 matching dining chairs, and they also did buy a leather 3+2 Caldo suite for $70.90, which I'll show you next. Lovely power recliner, footrest and headrest. So I believe it was roughly about $2,600 for that full sale. Next up, we got $7.90 for this DFS French Connection 4-seater zinc in grey fabric. This one was a website order, so this was $11.90 that we got for this 2+2 power reclining set in sand leather. And because our warehouse lads are so efficient, there are a few more that did sell. However, they've already collected them, taken them back to the warehouse for quality check and wrapping and getting them ready for delivery. So the total takings for yesterday was £8,730, which is a really good day, especially for midweek. We do like to do a little bit more on the weekend days, but we're very happy with yesterday's sales. So it's Thursday at the food van. We've had a little bit of a nightmare. The main hatch, when we fold it down, it's folding down 90 degrees rather than coming the full way because the hinges that we've got are the wrong hinges. But if we get the correct hinges, then we need to replace the whole of this, which we spent about 400 quid on. We are just trying to think of another solution, but we are thinking, we've got the first game Monday, then we've got another 2 weeks to figure it out. So for the first game, we can always just take off the full cover and just use locks from the inside and then just have it open, which I think will work. Cyrus is cracking on with the painting. We're just going for nice basic white inside. He's done the first coat, it's not looking too great, but we'll give it one more whack later today. Hopefully it'll look better. We weren't going to do the roof, but now we've decided we are going to do the roof. So he's cracking on with that now. We're hoping that all the painting should be done today. So that's one more thing ticked off our list. I'm a little bit worried. I've not even ordered the food yet. I'm waiting for the fridge and freezer to arrive. I can't order the food until I've got my freezer. So Siobhan's been putting some bids in on Marketplace for some second-hand freezers. If not, I'm going to have to push the budget a little bit, maybe head to Curry's. A little update from today. We've had a couple of problems, but we're still moving on. We've got the workbenches have been fitted in. We've done the locks for the hatches, a little bit more painting. The sink's not quite ready to go in until Monday, and then we just need to test a little bit of food, but we're not too far away from the first day on Monday.
Happy still?
I'm pretty happy, feeling a little bit stressed. My two main workers, they're taking the weekend off, which is absolutely pathetic if you ask me, but they'll be back in first thing Monday morning to finish the job.
Thanks for watching this week's episode. Please like, subscribe and drop any questions you may have in the comments below. Stay tuned next week to see our food truck's opening day drama. We head over to Stockport to view a small commercial property for a new venture, and we even bring some extra revenue by selling the car parking spaces outside our Stretford showroom. Thanks for watching.
Which will... got to take in... Oh, that was so good until...
So, it keeps falling down. Service flatch, not flatch. That's not a word. Flatch.
For yesterday was a...
No. I was just getting you to start talking.
Oh, that's what you're asking me.